Good morning. My name is Jeremy Burton. I'm the Executive Director of the Jewish Community Relations Council. We are the steward of community education, outreach, and the docent program connected with the New England Holocaust Memorial. I'm joined here together with Cindy Janauer, the chair of the Board of Combined Jewish Philanthropies, which is the steward of the physical site and is responsible for the endowment and the maintenance of the Holocaust Memorial. And on behalf of Cindy and myself and the Jewish community of Greater Boston, we want to thank all of you for being here. Today we are receiving a generous donation to the New England Holocaust Memorial, which will help maintain the memorial in perpetuity, adding to the physical strength of this sacred space. Organized labor has played a very important part in the construction and the development of the memorial. The Glazers Union has been involved since the very beginning, and they installed the glass panels you see behind you almost a quarter century ago and have continued to maintain it along with various other partners. In the wake of the desecration of the memorial last year, the union reached out to us and they want to show their support for a project that they have been connected to since its very beginning, and we wanted to publicly express our appreciation for their continued partnership and commitment to this site at the center of the city of Boston. I want to take a moment just to note that this past Friday night, Jewish communities and the global community marked the 80th anniversary of Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass, when the Nazis in Germany in 1938 tested the world's will to stand up for humanitarianism, to stand up against anti-Semitism, and sent their crews out into the streets of Germany to break the windows of synagogues and stores and other Jewish institutions all around the country, paving the way for the devastation and the horror of the Holocaust that would come. It has been a part of this entire year of events connected to the reconsecration of this memorial after last summer's shattered glass to connect ourselves to this particular year and to this 80th anniversary. And it is very special to us as a Jewish community that we are particularly recognizing the partnership with the Glazers in the repairing of glass in the week that we commemorate the Night of the Broken Glass. I want to especially thank Janet Steigenkolm, the president of the New England Association of Holocaust Survivors and Generations After, for being here. I want to thank JCRC past president Don Siegel, who has been a key player in facilitating the relationship between the Glazers Union and organized labor and the Jewish community. And I want to especially thank our mayor, Marty Walsh, who has been with us as a community throughout this period of destruction and restoration at this site. And now I'd like to introduce Wayne Murphy, Director of Government and Public Affairs for District Council 35, to say a few words on behalf of the union.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Morning, everybody. I want to start by thanking Jeremy for inviting us here today and for all the good work he does with the council. He took a little bit of my speech, but I'll just say quickly, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Janet. I want to thank Emily and Karen from the JCRC and the CJP, respectively, who helped put this program together. We're very grateful that the Boston's mayor is here today. I may be partial, but you may not know, but the mayor grew up in the single greatest neighborhood in the world. And it's a great place because it's a place of inclusiveness, of empathy, and of love. And he brings those attributes and has spread them throughout the city and beyond. And Marty, thank you very much for being here. So Jeremy told you a little bit, but Salem Glass Company, which is owned by Larry Miller, who's one of our union contractors, who's here today. When the memorial was conceived and the construction began in '95, Larry's company, Salem Glass, union glazers from that company, constructed and installed the glass panels. When the memorial was defaced last summer, another union contractor, another one of our partner contractors, Caris Glass Company, completed the restoration work. So I think it's important to understand organized labor has been with the memorial and with the Jewish community since the beginning. Jeff Sullivan, who's the business manager of District Council 35, he's a leader of nearly 4,000 men and women from all walks of life who go to work every day building the region. Jeff, along with Tom Gunning, Tom is the executive director of the Glass and Painting Employers Association, made a decision that they wanted to contribute and continue their commitment to the legacy of this place. for generations to come, so that we always ensure we remember and we never forget. As the German poet, the pastor, reminded us all, it's our moral obligation to stand up and to speak up. Jeff and Tom take that obligation seriously and are committed to speaking up when speaking up is the right thing to do. It is fitting that we are here some 80 years after Kristallnacht, and I'm grateful that Jeremy took a little bit of my speech away, but reminded everybody of that important event. On behalf of the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades District Council 35, the Glass and Painters Employers Association of New England, it's my honor to present this donation to the Friends of the New England Holocaust Memorial. And it's my double honor to introduce the Mayor of Boston, Martin J. Walsh.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Wayne. Why Wayne was saying, we grew up in the greatest neighborhood. We live about 6 houses away from each other growing up, so that's why. I want to thank you, Jeremy, Cindy, Jeff, Sullivan, District Council 35, all the members for all of the great things that you do in our city every single day. They don't just work and build on buildings, they actually are giving more and more back every year. District Council 35 is more engaged in our community every single day, different communities. So thank you for that. And to the members that are working today on this rainy day, even though a lot of people might not have come out today, the members of District Council 35 go to work, whether it's rain, snow, sleet, sun, whatever it might be. So thank you. I want to thank also the companies. I want to thank Larry Miller, Joe Karras, Richie Carver, Don Siegel, my friend Don Siegel, for his mentorship to me personally over the years. Thank you, Don, for being here. I want to thank the entire Jewish community, all the tradespeople, all the contractors, everyone who devoted their time and their resources here to this love of labor. The phrase love of labor has never been more meaningful and something that it's important for us that we do. We see acts of anti-Semitism happening all over our country. Pittsburgh was the worst, although my notes say Pittsburgh was the worst, but every single one is the worst. It's something that unfortunately happens too often. We hear the language of hatred and of scapegoating in our national conversation now. We hear it far too much, something that we need to stop. The voices may be few, but the impact is very toxic. And certainly at the same time, many more good people are working hard at working here and doing the right thing and helping us healing a wound. So I want to thank you for that. America is a beautiful country built by people of the world. Boston is a city built by people of the world. I say this often, we are a city of immigrants. I'm proud that 28% of the people that live in our city were born in another country, and it's important for us to recognize that and talk about that as much as we can, as often as we can. That's our past, that's our present, that's our future if we want to continue to be a city and a country of love. That's why we must be vigilant against hate, and we must be eager to welcome, accept, and love those who are different from us. That's what this memorial behind me symbolizes. That's what this healing act symbolizes. It makes me proud to be a member of the labor movement. It makes me proud to be the mayor of the city with a strong, resilient Jewish community. It makes me proud to be a Bostonian and an American. So let's live in that spirit today, the spirit of healing and love. As we continue to be a welcoming community, we need to continue to lead this country to be a better tomorrow. And I just want to say to the Jewish community, thank you for asking me and us to be a part of your community. It is so important. When the memorial behind me was vandalized twice over the last couple of years, just hearing and seeing the acts of kindness and love of people coming together, it was amazing to see. In one sense, it was very sad that the memorial was vandalized. On the other sense, it was gratifying to see the response that came after that. 2 weeks ago, we were at synagogue to pray for the victims that lost their lives in Pittsburgh. Again, it was beautiful to see the different faiths of all the different religious communities here in Massachusetts come together under one roof to pray for peace, to pray for the souls of those who we lost, and to pray for the future of our country, to be respectful and understanding. So again, thank you. And to the District Council 35, Jeff and your entire board, Paul and your executive board, thank you very much for making this incredible donation, and thank you for building this beautiful monument behind me.